Hi, welcome to another session of Learning with ISRAR at ISRAR'S YouTube channel. Today our topic is role of supply chain analysts in supply chain management, in which we will briefly discuss the skills required for a supply chain analyst and the key responsibilities and the function of a supply chain analyst in a supply chain management. So now first define the role of supply chain analyst in supply chain management. Eh, It is the main role is to analyze and interpret the supply chain data to identify trends and make recommendation for improvement. Then collaborate with the other departments in supply chain management like procurement, logistics, and warehouse teams to optimize inventory management. Supply chain analysts also develop and maintain forecasting models to predict supply and demand trends. Supply chain analysts use supply chain management software to track and report on supply chain activities and also conduct in-depth data analysis using computer software to identify trends, inefficiencies, and opportunities in the supply chain process. After talking about the role of a supply chain analyst in supply chain management, now let's talk about the skills required for a supply chain analyst. We can divide them into two: hard skills and soft skills. In hard skills, they have the knowledge of data analysis and interpretations, including the use of tools like Excel, SQL, Python, or and business intelligence tools like Tableau and Power BI. The other hard skill they should know is the statistical and predictive modeling. So they should have experience in forecasting, demand planning, and the use of statistical methods for trend analysis. They should also have the supply chain knowledge. So they should possess a deep understanding of supply chain processes, including procurement, logistic, inventory management, distributions, production, and customer service. Now let's talk about the soft skills they should have. The main one is the problem solving. So strong and analytical and problem solving skills to identify inefficiencies and recommendations for the improvements. Communication skills are also very important for a supply chain analyst. So the ability to clearly present findings and recommendation to stakeholder at all levels of the organization is also very important, and they should have expertise in that. Now let's talk about the key responsibilities and the function of a supply chain analyst. Uh, it includes collecting and analyzing data, forecasting demand, managing and optimizing inventory, analyzing suppliers' performance, optimizing logistic and transportation, managing and mitigating supply chain risk, analyzing and reducing costs, improving and optimizing processes, integrating technology and systems, collaborating and communicating with the other departments, then developing and reporting key performance indicators, KPIs, and then lastly, modeling and simulating supply chains. Now let's discuss all these functions and responsibilities of a supply chain analyst one by one. The first function is collecting and analyzing data, which is consist of data gathering, cleaning, and analyzing. Data gathering is in which analysts are responsible for collecting data from various sources, including ERP systems, warehouse management systems, transportation management systems, and suppliers' data. In data cleaning process, data analyst make sure that the accuracy and the completeness of the data collected is crucial, as inaccurate data can lead to faulty analysis. After gathering the data and cleaning it, the next step is the data analysis. Analyzing historical data, demand trends, and supply chain metrics using statistical methods, business intelligence tools, and predictive analytics to identify patterns, inefficiencies, and the areas for the improvement. The next function of a supply chain analyst is forecasting demand, in which they are preparing the forecasting models and then scenario plannings and seasonality analysis. In forecasting models, analysts use statistical models, machine learning techniques, and historical sales data to predict future demand for products. In scenario planning, by running what if scenarios, analysts help businesses prepare for fluctuation in demand, enabling better inventory and resource planning. Seasonality analysis is the next analysis in forecasting demand. Analyst assesses seasonal trends and external factors like holidays, economic conditions, those affect demand, and ensuring companies are prepared with the right amount of stock at the right time. The next function of supply chain analyst is very important. That is managing and optimizing the inventory, in which they track the inventory, optimize the strategies, and calculate the safety stock and rationalize the SKUs. In inventory tracking, they monitor stock levels, turnover rates, and product movement across warehouses and distribution centers in the supply chain. In optimization of strategies, they identify the optimal levels of inventory to reduce carrying cost while maintaining adequate stock to meet customers' demand. Another very important calculation is done by the supply chain analyst in the inventory management. That is called safety stock calculation. Calculating appropriate safety stock levels based on lead time, demand variability, and supply chain risk to avoid any stock out. Another important recommendation they will do is called SKUs rationalization. So, in that, they recommend which stock keeping units SKUs to retain, discontinue, or consolidate based on the profitability, demand, and performance data. The next very important function of a supply chain analyst is analyzing suppliers' performance, in which they analyze the suppliers' data, cost optimization, and lead time analysis. In suppliers data analysis, it is they are evaluating suppliers performance based on the delivery times, quality, and reliability. In cost optimization, they analyze procurement data to identify cost saving opportunities, negotiating better terms with suppliers, and reducing the procurement costs. Another very important analysis is the lead time analysis, in which they assess the variability of suppliers' lead times to ensure smooth inventory replenishment and avoid any disruption in the inventory supplies. Another very important area in supply chain management is the logistic and transportation, where system analysts try to optimize logistic and transportations by optimizing routes, analyzing the freight costs, and then carriers' performance, and then finally last mile delivery analysis in logistic and transportation. In route optimization, they use the transportation data to optimize delivery routes, minimize transportation cost, and improve delivery times. In freight cost analysis, they evaluate shipping and freight cost to identify opportunity for cost reduction and efficiency improvements. Carrier performance is another important area in logistic and transportation. So, by monitoring the performance of logistic providers and carriers to ensure a timely and efficient delivery of the goods to the customers. Last mile delivery analysis is also very important because it determines the customer's satisfaction. So, analyzing last mile delivery performance data is to improve the customer satisfaction and reduce cost in this critical stage of the supply chain. Supply chain analyst also helps in managing and mitigating the supply chain risks by identifying the risks and developing the mitigation strategies and then also making contingency plans. They also identify potential risks in supply chain, such as suppliers' disruptions, natural disasters, or geographical issues, and assessing their impact on the businesses. Then, same time, they make the strategy to mitigate these risks by recommending strategies to mitigate risks such as diversifying suppliers, maintaining buffer stock, or improving suppliers' collaboration. They also identify potential risks in supply chain, such as suppliers' disruptions, natural disasters, or geographical issues, and assessing their impact on the businesses. Then, same time, they make the strategy to mitigate these risks by recommending strategies to mitigate risks such as diversifying suppliers, maintaining buffer stock, or improving suppliers' collaboration. Finally, they also make a contingency plan in managing and mitigating supply chain risks by developing contingency plan to ensure continuity in case of supply chain disruptions, including alternative sourcing or transportation strategies. As we know, one of the main objective of supply chain management is to optimize the costs. So, system supply chain analyst helps us in doing that by doing cost benefit analysis, then finding cost reduction opportunities, and then also calculating total cost of the ownership. In cost benefit analysis, they evaluate the costs associated with various supply chain, that is basically cost of supply chain activities, including procurement, production, warehousing, and distribution. While they're doing an analysis of supply chain management, they also look for the cost reduction opportunities, and they identify areas where cost can be reduced without sacrificing service quality or customer satisfaction, such as optimizing inventory levels, consolidating shipments, or renegotiating suppliers contract. Supply chain analysts also help us to calculate total cost of the ownership TCO by analyzing the total cost of the products, including direct cost, indirect cost, and life cycle cost to help companies make more informed purchasing decisions. Supply chain analysts also help in improving and optimizing the supply chain processes by identifying bottlenecks uh, and creating a process optimization, and then helping in or recommending or implementing lean supply chain practices. They identify bottlenecks by using the data to identify inefficiencies and bottlenecks in supply chain process, such as delays in production, inventory shortages, or transportation issues. Supply chain analysts' role is also very important in implementing the lean supply chain strategies, such as reducing waste, improving process flow, and enhancing value creation in supply chain management. Another very important responsibility of supply chain analyst is to integrate technology and systems by implementing technology and data integration and automation. In technology implementation, analysts play a key role in evaluating and implementing supply chain technologies such as ERP systems, warehouse management systems, or transportation management system, and other analytics tool. Supply chain analysts also uh, have a responsibility to integrate the data to ensure that data from various supply chain systems, that is like procurement, inventory, and logistic, is integrated and accessible for analysis to all the concerned people in a supply chain management. Automation is another area in supply chain management where supply chain analysts help by leveraging automation tools to improve efficiency, such as automating demand forecasting, order processing, or inventory replenishment. Since supply chain analysts are very crucial for the success of supply chain management, so they have to collaborate and communicate with other departments in the supply chain management by cross-departmental collaboration, suppliers and other partners collaborations, and stakeholders reporting. Cross-department collaboration, analyst work closely with other departments, including procurement, production, finance, marketing, to align supply chain activity with business goals. They not only collaborate within the organization, but they also collaborate with their suppliers and the partners, facilitating communication and collaboration with suppliers, logistic providers, and other supply chain partners to improve efficiency and reduce disruptions. They don't just collaborate and communicate with the other departments and other partners. They also they also help in reporting, like presenting findings and recommendation to key stakeholders, including management, operations teams, and external partners to guide decision to help them in making the decisions. Measuring performance and reporting this performance is another important function of supply chain analyst. So by they do this by monitoring performance, then reporting and dashboards, and continuous improvement in the KPIs. They monitor the performance by defining and tracking key supply chain metrics such as on time delivery, inventory turnover, fill rate, and order accuracy. They not just define and track the supply chain metrics, but they also help us in creating dashboards and reporting using tools like Tableau, Power BI, or Excel to visualize supply chain performance and trends for all the stakeholders involved in supply chain management. Helping in continuous improvement in supply chain performance is also another function or responsibility of supply chain analysts. So they do by monitoring KPIs to identify areas for continuous improvement in supply chain processes, ensuring that performance is regularly evaluated and optimized. Last but not the least, the supply chain analyst create the models and simulate the supply chain models like scenario modeling or optimization algorithm to see the impact of their different strategies on the performance of the supply chain. In scenario modeling, analysts use supply chain modeling and simulation tools to predict the impact of different strategies, such as changes in suppliers' production levels or transportation routes. By using the optimization algorithms and simulations, they recommend the best courses of action based on cost, efficiency, and risk factors to supply chain managers. Uh, Supply chain analysts use the different supply chain management computer softwares to achieve the objectives or the functions or the responsibility which we have mentioned in this presentation. So some of the supply chain management computer softwares are SAP, ERP, Reba, SAP's Oracle ERP Cloud, Microsoft Dynamics 365, JDA, Blue Yonders, Manhattan Associates, uh, Kinex's rapid response, Tableau, Quilic view, or Quilic sense, or statistical programming language, Python, SAS or SaaS, IBM Watson supply chain, or Coupa supply chain, or finally Amazon forecast software. So these are the software, there are many software, but these are the some of the most important software they use to fulfill their responsibilities and function as a supply chain analyst in a supply chain management. As we have seen that a supply chain analyst plays a very crucial role in improving the efficiency, performance, and the cost effectiveness of the supply chain operations through through data driven analysis, forecasting, process optimization. Analysts provide critical insight and recommendation that help businesses achieve their supply chain goals, minimize risks, and stay competitive in marketplace. This was our today's presentation. I hope you like it, and thanks for your time and consideration. So take care till next presentation. Goodbye.